Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
Okay, I know what's going on. Right now you're looking at your podcast player going, hang on, this is a really short podcast today.
We did have a full-length show.
Yeah, we weren't skipping.
You're getting full value.
Yeah.
But we do use an hour a month, which is put aside for prayer and praise only. And there was a decision quite a while ago now. I was part of that decision, I think,
Yes.
that we wouldn't put those pieces onto the podcast just because sometimes people are sharing things. They don't mind it being live to air, but perhaps they don't want it to live on forever.
Exactly. In the podcast there, people are talking about some pretty personal things. So, we basically cut that hour out of the show. So,
But it was good.
Yes, lovely. Look, if you're thinking, when is prayer and praise happen again? You can circle your calendar. You can get in there and do it. On your paper diary there. It's the first Wednesday of every month.
Yes.
We do prayer and praise on the sort of like the last hour of the full hour of the show. Queensland time, non-daylight savings time. It's 8 to 9. There we go.
That's right. There we go. That sounds very convoluted.
Very convoluted.
We pray all the time, though. So if you
Yes.
ever need prayer, give us a call. We've got our wonderful prayer line, which are available during office hours. And we always recommend people give them a buzz. They are incredible prayers up there. So
Pay and the team, amazing job. And they're always looking for more volunteers to get involved. So if you are in the southeast Queensland region and you're listening to this and you think, you know what, I can spare some time during the week to pray with some people from all over Australia, and you're going to be joining a great team of people who are doing the Lord's work. Get in touch over at vision.org.au.
And I was inspired when Pay was here last, and she was saying, actually, no matter where you are in the country, they have an email group.
That's true.
And they email through the prayer requests, and they join together across the nation. And there was a huge number of people on that.
Like 100 people.
It was massive
amount of people.
It was very inspiring. So actually, no matter where you are, if you are a prayer, you've got a heart for prayer, heart for people, then get in touch and the team will certainly connect you in.
The website to go to, vision.org.au. Enjoy the show.
Rise and shine with Fel and DJ on Vision Christian Radio.
And look, we don't always try and do a segue, but something else that we're waiting anxiously for, some of Australia is waiting anyway. I am always thrilled when it finishes.
Oh, same.
And it's not the cricket season or the football season. It's daylight savings.
Can I tell you, a video has gone viral on social media.
Well, just for a change.
Just for a change. And this is a great one. It's an American young man. And because an image has gone viral on the social media platform Reddit, and it's got like time zones in Australia with no daylight saving.
No.
And it's like the country split up into thirds.
Yeah.
Over in the west, 6 p.m, in the middle, 7:30, over here, 8 p.m. And then it's got on the daylight savings times, and it's like, 5, 6 different daylight things are broken up. And he's just ranting about what is
this country
what
doing?
is Australia doing? Why is this half an hour difference? And then the changes here, and there's islands at a different time.
You're half an hour behind and then you're half an hour ahead.
And then on this entire side over here, there's still a mob that are doing daylight saving. And in the end, it's a very funny video. In the end, he says, "That's it. I've just decided I'm never visiting Australia just because of what they're doing with the time." And you know what? Part of me agrees with him because I, as a born and bred Queenslander, I've never gotten used to daylight savings.
Really? Look, I do. We lived in Canberra for a little while, Murray and I, and we did enjoy the long evenings at that point. We had no children trying to tuck them in.
Look,
and it was fun for a time, but really.
No, I've spent about 20 years of my life living in Geelong and Melbourne.
Well, that's true.
And
you didn't enjoy.
Never got used to it.
You never enjoyed it.
It was like I turned into almost like a caveman where I'm walking around going, "What is going on?" I'm looking at the sky going, "Why is it still light?"
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, we were there for the F1 not recently, and it was still light at dark. Like pitch black at 7 a.m. And I'm thinking, "Come on, come on, everyone!
That's
it's
it.
time to
That's
get
it.
up."
Well,
so it's good news here.
Yes.
Is that we're going back to normal. So you'll find that all the time zones will, by the end of this week, I believe. Is that right, DJ?
This coming weekend, it's happening all around this. It officially happens very early Sunday morning. So Sunday morning, this is where I get confused. But all I need to say is, listen, if you're in a place where there's daylight savings right now, basically every program that you hear on Vision, it's going to be an hour earlier than what you've got it right now.
From next week.
From next week.
So you can jump online to vision.org.au and grab a program if you'd like to sort of do some pre-planning in your brain.
Yes.
But otherwise, next week it'll be fun because you'll turn on the radio and you won't exactly know what you're going to hear.
It'll just be random shuffle. No, yeah, we
Takes a while.
recommend if you are a little bit confused, I definitely recommend that you head over. They've got a great explainer at vision.org.au/listen. That's where you get your program guides and everything like that, so you can get it all for when daylight savings finishes around the country over the weekend. So get prepared for that.
It's the best way to start your day. Rise and shine with Fel and DJ on Vision.
That's where grace begins.
Joel Vaughan, where grace begins. You're waking up with Rise and Shine on Vision.
And Fel and DJ here for you. And on this Wednesday morning, I'm over here fiddling with some files.
You've got some bed music I can hear.
Yeah. So in the what do we say? The parlance of radio speak, using fancy words here.
They're very impressive.
We talk about a musical bed. That means the music that lies underneath whatever you're talking about.
Well, and it makes everything sound better.
I think it does.
You can talk about anything.
And you would often hear a theme song that I have for when I start talking about laundry.
Right, yes,
I talk about the
recall.
laundry gang.
Yes.
I start telling you about the laundry.
Yes.
And I might fire up a bit of this.
For sure.
And talk about...
And all of a sudden it sounds, laundry, a boring topic. Sounds
it's
interesting.
very exciting. I'm in the laundry, working away and doing stuff like that. Now, I'm not talking about the laundry this morning,
Thank
but
goodness.
I've got a bit over the years. I've developed a real taste for what we would call light orchestra music.
Okay.
That's that type of you're thinking 1950s, 1960s,
Sort of
1970s.
nothing music.
Well, there's a long history of it in the UK and America where these orchestras, these bands would come together. They would record suites and suites of music, and then it was put out there to radio stations, television, and movies to use in the background for different themes. And so I love collecting this. It's a bygone era, and I just think they're such great albums and such great, musical things. So I thought I'd run a few past you.
Okay, yes. No,
And you can veto any that you like.
Oh, I love
that you don't like.
Yes.
One of your favourite things to do. One of your favourite things to do is to pull out a veto card. I know that, Phil. But if anybody else has an opinion and wants to get in touch, you can 1-800-316-316. If you hear something you love or you don't love, I've got this one here. This is a little bit different. If I'm going to tell a story, I'm going down the street and something very dramatic happens or something cool happens, I might throw this one on.
Oh, yeah, you're like a cool dude.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of spunk.
I'm getting into my car and I'm about to do something and, off we go. So it's very 70s. Very, yeah.
You've got bell bottoms on in this one and a lot of hair.
Yeah. The original name for this song, 50 Million Frenchmen. I don't know what that means, but that's the name of the
It's
song.
like every French person.
So that passes muster,
got
you reckon?
swag, I think.
Yeah, it's got some swagger there. Now, this is a classic. You would have heard this on a lot of movies. You probably even never really noticed it there. It's a classic number, and this gives you the spirit of what they're trying to do with the song. It's called Captain's Table. You've been invited to the Captain's Table.
Ah, yes. Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
We're swanning.
Yeah. And then it sort of changes gears a little bit as you get in there and the story
Fine
gets
dresses.
going. I love this piece of music so much. I think it makes stories so much better. I'm keeping so far we're 2 for 2. This is pretty good. Let me throw one more at you for now.
Yes.
What do you think about this piece of music?
Oh, this would have birds.
Yes. You can see it right now.
Having
You
a
can see it
chat.
right now. This would be a story, if I was telling a story about my wife Benita doing something,
Aw.
this would be the soundtrack that's playing for her.
The happy chappy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. You
There's
know what
flowers
it makes
blooming.
me think, DJ?
Yeah.
What would be the soundtrack to your life? Like if you were going through your day, if life was a musical, what is the music or the soundtrack that's following you along?
There is about 3 different soundtracks that follow me everywhere that I go, but
And some clashing cymbals.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm curious if there's anyone out there, if you have a soundtrack that gets you through the day.
we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, 1-800-316-316.
Just the right mix of things to inspire and things to make you smile. Rise and shine with Fel and DJ on Vision.
But right now, we are looking back to look forward and trying to remember those moments in our own childhood that we loved on school holidays.
It was just my memories of school. This sort of shows you what type of student I was. It was just a countdown. It was a continuous
Really?
countdown to when school holidays started. I lived for summer holidays, lived for school
be
holidays,
outdoors.
to get outdoors, to get away with my friends, and be out there. Like I've always said, you're out there on your bikes. You've got your money in your pocket, and off you go. But we love hearing your school holidays stories, because this is going to inspire the next generation as we're either in school holidays now around Australia or approaching school holidays soon. Want to inspire the next generation with your stories out there.
Well, we've got Pinky on the line. I'm sure he's got a good story. Pinky, tell us, when does your story start?
Back when I was a young fella, you said you used to have 20 cents in your pocket and jump on your BMX.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, mate and I, we used to come home on a Friday afternoon from school for the 2-week holiday and say, Mum, going camping. Oh, okay, son. I come back a week later and she goes, oh, where you been? I said, camping. Oh, so you're home? Yeah, just come home to get some more food. Bye.
Oh, wow.
Now, how far away from home were you camping?
20 or 30 Ks up the creeks.
Really?
Now, how old are we talking here?
It would have been, I left school when I was 15. Probably about 13, somewhere around there.
Oh,
wow,
my goodness.
that is a different time.
Wow.
Mums everywhere are having a heart attack about their 13-year-olds going
like,
camping for a week.
Don't listen.
We grew up in Tully, so Tully's pretty laid-back town. It was good. So
wow.
it was good camping.
Did you camp under canvas, or how did you do it? Was that just outside?
Oh, we used to, mate and I used to fish and catch our own fish and stuff. We used to just virtually live off the land, and we used to have a well at the time.
Wow.
Float down the creeks on tubes and leave a push bike or a motorbike at one end, and the Tully right river rafting was never around back then, but my mate Gavin and I, we used to ride a motorbike down to the bridge, what we call the bridge at Cardston. It was about 15 Ks down, and then we used to go double dink back up to the top, get on an airbed and float down.
Oh, I did the same thing. I did the
That
same thing as a
sounds
kid.
so
I know
fun.
exactly what you're talking about. Trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. What are we going to ride back that's going to be easier up the hill, and then we're going to go down, and I know exactly what you're talking. I love it, Pinky. I love it.
Yeah. So we had a good upbringing back then, yeah.
I love it. That's the way to do it. Out there camping, would you let the
No.
kids go?
No, kids, you're not going away for a week without me knowing where you are. Can you
Just go
imagine?
down to the river,
Nowadays,
just swim in.
if someone said, "Where are your kids?" Not 100% sure.
Yeah, down
I
to the
saw
river
them a week
somewhere.
ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're fine.
He came and grabbed some food, and then he went off again.
I'll see him in a couple of weeks before school goes back. Incredible.
Love these stories. Hey, we love your school, your school, holiday story. Whether that's camping, whatever you did on the school holidays, give us a buzz. Inspire the nation with some memories here. 1-800-316-316, or you can jump over on our social media at Vision Radio and let us know over there. We've got a post up there. You can drop a comment in there as well.
A memory trip back in time.
A little walk down amnesia lane together.
Well, I wasn't going to put it quite like that. But
No.
it is fun
It is
thinking
fun.
about what your best school holiday memories are.
Yeah.
I was talking to some kids yesterday out the front, and they were saying, I can't wait to go back to school. The little girls. So I think
Okay.
maybe there is some differences there.
Definitely.
But, when you're pitching the sort of school holidays that you sounded like you had,
Yes.
I can see why they were so popular
Well,
for you.
just getting out there and having some adventures. We love hearing about your school holiday memories, especially inspiring the next generation as they're coming up to school holidays now, or they're already in school holidays. So we'd love to hear from you. 1-800-316-316.
I've got Carol from New South Wales, one of our favourites on the line. Carol, have you got a school memory for us?
Yes, I do. And the school memory that I have is absolutely fantastic. And I think it's still going now. And it's called Teen Ranch at Poverty in New South Wales.
Oh.
We would be driven to Cobbitty, and it was fantastic because, well, they had a dam in those days where the horses drank out of, but now, years later, they made a swimming pool, so they made it more up to date. But I'm going back in the 60s. But, so, and then I did go back for a reunion for those people, and Mel and those American guys came out from America who started it.
Wow.
And, it was just really wonderful to meet up with the old-timers. And
Carol, was it a Christian camp?
Of course. Never go to a non-Christian camp. Never. And many people came to the Lord. You know, you'd have meetings and you'd have hay rides. You can't do that now. But you'd go trail riding early, and then once I was chosen to go for the one at the end of the week, and that was, you get up about 5 o'clock and you go out into the bush. It's not so much bush now, but it's very similar. It's out near in Cobbitty and the same grounds, and virtually you're up pretty high, and you can look out, and it's virtually still the same scenery at the back there. Less than 10 years ago, I had a lady send her granddaughter there, and I think the cutout is 18, I'm not too sure, but we used to go every school holidays and absolutely look forward to it because you had good teaching, you had great music, you know, it was so good for young people.
I think Christian camping is still so good for young people.
So good.
Thank you, Carol. The you know what we do? Here we go. We're going to pull it out here. Write this down.
Here's the blue card.
We pull out my index card. I think what we need to do is we need to make a list of great Christian camps that young people can go on around Australia.
I think that's a good idea. I went to a lot of Scripture Union camps growing up, so maybe we'll try and reach out to Scripture Union, see what they still have on.
There's still there's a few different ones. There's Christian Life who do some. I know that different denominations put on different camps for different different age groups and stuff. But loving these stories coming in as we're talking about school holidays. Listen, in about half an hour's time, we're going to turn over the show to prayer and praise on this first Wednesday of the month. But until then, I reckon we can slip in at least a couple more stories about your school holiday memories.
I love them. I love them coming in, inspiring the next generation with adventure and misadventure by the sounds of it. If you've got something to share, give us a call. CC Winans, That's My King. You're waking up with Rise and Shine on Vision with Fel and DJ. And DJ, we're reminiscing this morning about school holidays.
Yeah, we're going into school holidays, but don't forget, Spin It or Pin It is coming up in just a moment. I'm reminded of that because CC Winans that we just heard, That's My King. She was one of the previous winners, so I'm just saying, keep on listening. We've got 2 new songs to play you in just a moment. But we are reminiscing on the back of school holidays being upon some of the country right now, and then, going into it over the next few weeks. It's sort of really staggered these holidays, where we want your stories to sort of inspire us to give us some memories or what you're up to or what you're doing like that. So asking you to give us a call, 1-800-316-316.
Well, I've got Bonnie from Serena on the line. Bonnie, can you inspire us this morning?
At our church on the weekend over Easter, we had a young adults camp. We had 21 people register. Only 19 were able to come, but it was just the most amazing time of fellowship and worship and learning. And it was just a boost to my husband, Ronald, and I about how wonderful our young people in Christ actually are.
And that's so good.
Fabulous.
That is so good. Now, what did you guys end up doing with them?
Oh, look, there was a lot of learning. They had 3 sessions of learning a day, 2 in the morning and 1 at night. Afternoons were free. We had a separate, on the Saturday afternoon, we had a separate young ladies and young gentlemen's session, which was really good. The sharing, especially amongst the young men, was amazing.
Wow.
Questions and like helping one another and the bonding between them. A lot of them didn't know one another.
Wow.
Which was really good. But yeah, Ronald and I, we just felt so blessed by it, just so uplifted. It was just exhausting, absolutely exhausting.
But you felt, you know, you're
sowing into the next
sowing
generation.
those seeds into the next generation. Then you're going to see the results of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, such great young men and women, and identified, positive leaders for the future.
Praise God.
Absolutely amazing.
Bonnie, we've got to go. But can I guess that blinker that we just heard, that indicator, was that turning left or right?
I was turning right.
I was going to guess left, but anyway, on that note, Bonnie, I bless you heaps, and thank you so much.
Thanks for encouraging us this morning.
Have a great day.
We will. I can hear that indicator going
still
again.
turning.
Yeah, she's still turning.
I would have definitely thought left, actually.
Really?
Like pulling over.
Okay, well, yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? I'm writing this down. Write it down.
Oh.
New game coming up.
Guess the indicator.
Guess the indicator.
Guess the button that's on in your car.
Guess which way you're turning on the indicator. I tell you, this is going to take Australia by storm. We love hearing your stories of when you were on school holidays. You can head over to our socials at Vision Radio on Facebook and Instagram. Leave a comment right there. Right there. Spin It or Pin It is coming up in just a moment.
Rise and shine with Fel and DJ on Vision Christian Radio.
Spin it or pin it.
Yeah, we've rechristened it there, thanks to Joe, who's renamed it there. Spin it or pin it. No one can be upset. There's no songs that are getting pinned anymore.
They're being pinned.
They're either being spinned or pinned. All right. Spun or pun? How's that? Does that work? We've got two great songs for you. Both of them from the States. Both new artists to a lot of people. First one is Local Sound. Local Sound comes out of a discipleship ministry.
That's right. That's what we looked at yesterday and heard they were, they're very passionate about the local church, which I think is wonderful. And so that's where that's been birthed from.
If you like the sound of this one, you're going to have to let us know over on the socials there. We've got the post up on Instagram and on Facebook. You'll see it pinned to the top there. Spin it or pin it. Do you like this one by Local Sound? I don't like doing this.
No, don't tell us.
I love this one. I really dig this one. I know. I really get into this
fake
one.
Crocodile tears there.
I love this one. Local Sound, Genuinely Human. This is the first song. Right? Have a listen. Is this the one you're going to pick for Spin It or Pin It?
I've been raised to life. It's no longer I who live now. I am justified.
Well, that's our first contender. Listen to the whole thing there. Local Sound.
Yes.
Genuinely Human. They're in the boxing ring of Spin It or Pin It.
Yes.
And you're a fan. It's okay. Look, I like the words, I am a new creation, living, breathing, resurrection. Get stuck in your head. I mean, that's a good thing to get it stuck in your head. Is it my style? I'm hoping the next one is.
Well,
shall we play the next one?
Play the next one for Spin It or Pin It. It's Jimmy Cravity and his new song, Concrete Gold. You're going to be whistling this one for the rest of the day.
A good start.
It's very upbeat, very poppy. Turn it up right now. Is this the one you're voting for?
Blessed are the chain breakers, blessed are the peacemakers, blessed are the ones who go. Blessed are the heartbreakers, blessed are the dream chasers, blessed are the seeds they sow.
Jimmy Cravity, Concrete Gold. Our second contender in Spin It or Pin It. What are you thinking? Let us know on 1-800 316 316.
We're only one day in to Spin It or Pin It for this week.
Yes.
Up against Local Sound, up against Jimmy Cravity, the two songs up against each other there. You're checking out social media. Is there a bit of consensus so far? I know it's only early days. There's only a few votes, a few comments.
Look, my funniest comment was one here that says, to be honest, I'm on the fence about both of them. If I was stuck on a desert island with just these two songs, constantly rotate them because I can't choose one over the other.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, constantly rotation.
Well, I don't think it was a glowing endorsement of either of them.
I'll put a positive spin on it. Listen, we've got a phone call coming on through. You can let us know anytime what you're thinking. 1-800 316 316.
I've got Dean from Inverell on the line. Dean, what can we do for you?
Well, I just thought of another name for your segment.
Oh, no, here we go.
Another one.
We got enough. All right. What do we got, Dean?
How about thrash it or trash it?
Now, for the type of music that you love, I think that's totally appropriate. But people, I'll tell you right now, the Vision family will get very upset about the idea of trashing a Christian song.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it's a funny name. Very nicely done.
I love it, mate. Hey, now, did you have an opinion about either two that you just heard? I know they're just new, Jimmy Gravity versus Local Sound. Did you have any ideas there?
Well, they were both good, but I must admit I wasn't concentrating too well because I was looking for my phone. I couldn't find it. But,
you came up with a new name and you're like, I got to call him. I love it there. We'll keep on listening throughout the week and we'll play them a few more times and you can let us know what you think.
I did like the sound of the first one.
Okay. Well, maybe we might take a vote down for that one, but we're asking you to vote over on our socials at Vision Radio. That's on Instagram and on Facebook. You can leave a comment. I've even put some links in there to their YouTube.
I think that's helpful, so you can listen a bit more.
You can listen to it again.
Before
you can go
you put in your very valuable vote.
Very, very valuable vote to see who's going to win this week's Spin It or Pin It. We love to hear from you. Now, listen, coming up, we're going to change gears here on the show. We're going to devote the rest of the show to prayer and praise. We've got our wonderful chappie coming in. Only one, and we're going to keep you guessing as to which one is coming. It's going to be a big surprise.
Either way, there'll be great prayer and praise coming right up.
Across Australia, this is Rise and Shine with Fel DJ on Vision.
Well, it's that time of the show where we let you take over the airwaves and become the DJ. DJ, just settle down over there. You get to rest and have a cup of tea.
Put my feet up. I'm excited for this one because this is a callback to a previous Spin It or Pin It that we did a little while ago. I got in contact, had a wonderful mum give us a message. Marie from Sydney got in touch with us and she said, you know what, I really enjoyed the We Are Messengers song that you played a few weeks ago called I Found Rest featuring Ben Fuller. Would love to hear it again. And I'm like, well, there we go. Curtain call, here we come. So this is it. We Are Messengers featuring the fantastic Ben Fuller. I Found Rest. Going out to Marie, her husband Matthew, and Enoch and Tucky, the boys.
I was looking for some calm in the chaos, searching for some peace in the night. Rest in my Father for my weary soul.
We Are Messengers. That's the curtain call for Marie. I Found Rest, featuring Ben Fuller.
Yeah.
And how lovely. I love it when we get people ringing up or emailing, however you want to do it, but letting us know what your pick is for the end of the show.
I love it. We love your curtain call. Going out there too. And I've got to get the boys' names right there. Young Enoch and the little guy, Takatua.
Great name.
Fijian last name, first name there. I love that there.
Brilliant.
Great name to yell. I can imagine a mum yelling that out at the shop. Takatua, come here.
Actually, that is a great name to yell.
Hey, thank you so much for everybody who's been in touch with us today. Thank you for everybody with their prayers as well. I'm looking at, I feel like a bit like Romper Room here at the end of Romper Room.
I'd like
looking in the magic mirror. I can see. Looking at the wonderful Kim and Diane, Robin and Raina, everybody who's given us a call with their prayers while Mark and Cindy was here. Remembering in your prayers, and everybody who called, remembering your school holiday memories. Pinky and Bonnie and all the team. Thank you so much for everybody being part of the show. We're looking forward to being back with you tomorrow on your Thursday.
That's right. We'll have more of the chappies, and I'd love to hear some more about those camping stories. You've been getting some photos in while we've been chatting, so maybe we could actually look at some hardcore camping.
Yeah.
Something I've not really done much of, but it could be of interest.
We can get your you can
tricks,
challenge
perhaps.
Fel. Challenge Fel to some camping. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.